Hello, welcome to My Life in Spain. My name's Mark, and today we're trying another Czech beer called Rychtar. It's actually Rychtar's Premium. Now, my wife, who's Slovak, tells me Rychtar means like the mayor of a small village or something. So as you can see, there's a guy on the can here, so maybe that's what it's supposed to be, the mayor of a small village. All right. Okay, Rychtar Premium Pivovary Hradec. It's an 11% gravity beer, and it has an ABV of 5%, so 5% alcohol. This gravity, it's on the Plato or Plateau scale, however you want to say it. Basically, what it is the amount of malt that's in the beer. The malt makes the sugar, or contains the sugar that creates the alcohol when it's fermented. So generally speaking, the higher the gravity, usually Czech beers are like 10, 11, or 12, so the higher the number, the more alcohol is in the beer. This is quite high for an 11, 5%. So full disclosure, I've never had Rychtar before. It's from a microbrewery in the Czech Republic. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I bought it from the beershop.eu in Prague. And if I read about, I paid €1.60 for a half-liter can, €1.60. Okay, it says this first-class Czech lager is characterized by a pleasant, distinctive character, bitterness, and fullness, high cut, and excellent foaminess. The brewery uses Saaz head hops in our production, which supplies this characteristic bitterness of excellent beer, typical of the traditional pilsner beer type lagers. Now, I love beers with Saaz hops. I love Czech beers. I've never had a bad one. Okay, it's got an ABV of 5% and a gravity of 11.7. Saaz hops. Now, this is the brewery. Brewery Rychtar in Hlinsko belongs to breweries with a relatively short history. It was founded in 1913 and was the only brewery built in Bohemia between 1913 and 1971. As a prosperous enterprise, the brewery was transformed into a joint stock company in 1925, but the further development of the brewery was stopped by occupation. I'm assuming that's Russian occupation after the Second World War. The name Rychtar first appeared in 1981 as a label for a lager. After the revolution, I guess this is talking about the Velvet Revolution now, which was when Czech Republic and Slovak Republic split and went their own ways, which I never thought was a good idea, by the way. I don't understand to this day why Czechoslovakia split up, because it didn't make any sense. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, after the revolution, the brewery was part of the Pivovary Hradec Králové until 1996. Then the owners of the brewery changed until the current Lobkowicz Group AS. The brewery's Černá Hora, I've heard of that. Uherský Brod, Jihlava, Platan, Klášter, and Vysoký Chlumec, also belonging to the group. So it's a bunch of small breweries got together. This beer came in a pack that was described as Czech microbreweries. So it's probably not a very well-known beer in the Czech Republic. Well, not a beer internationally. I mean, you can buy it in the Czech Republic, but you probably won't find it in America or in the UK. Okay, looking forward to this. I got the can's a bit beat up, mind you. I'm going to write to the EU shop about that. EU shop. Oh. Now, a lot of these Czech beers, I mean, I'm terrible at pouring beer, I have to say, but often if you were to go in a pub in the Czech Republic and get a beer, it would be, the majority of it would be foam the first pouring. Then they'd let it sit, then they put more, let it sit, and then they put more. So usually when you go to a pub or shank, as they call them, these little neighborhood places, they'll have like 10 beers on the go. So as soon as you walk in, say Pivo, they'll give you one that's been sat there for a couple of minutes. So you don't really have to wait. Okay, on the nose. Hoppy. So you can smell the Saaz hops. Love Saaz hops. It gives you that bitter aftertaste. I think I'm going to enjoy this one. Carbonation wise, it's very lightly carbonated. You can barely see tiny bubbles. So I'm expecting this to be pretty smooth. Cheers. Wow, this reminds me of Stella Artois. It's got like a flowery taste to it. That's unusual. This is the first Czech beer I've had in this latest batch that's given me the Stella Artois thing. And I couldn't smell flowers. I couldn't smell anything floral. This is nice. If you like Stella, you'll love this stuff. What did I say the ABV was? Where is it? 5%. So yeah, for 11 gravity beer, this is nice. This is something a little bit different. Very nice. By the way, it's the middle of July here, and if you can hear a humming or buzzing in the background, it's the air conditioning. Now, it's been really hot lately, so we have what I think they call it a heat pump in the UK. It's an air conditioner unit in the summer, and it's a heater unit in the winter. It's very economical. The one we got, it's called Daikin. It's Japanese. It was about, I'm going to say with installation of 12 or 1300 euros. And it's big enough for the entire flat. If you're apartment, if you leave the doors open in the bedrooms, it cools them off. So this can heat and cool our entire apartment. Now our entire apartment is not big. It's 80 square meters, which is like 861 point something square feet. When we bought it, it was 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. We got rid of 1 bedroom and incorporated it into the living room. We made it like all open plan, and it's a perfect size for my wife and I. There's just 2 of us here, and our bill for this month now, from the middle of June to the middle of July, and it's been hot. It's been like upper 80s, 90s. High 90s some days, and our bill is going to be like 78 euros maybe, I think, which isn't bad at all if you think about it. And no complaints from me. Let me go back to the beer again. Do you know what? I really like this. I don't know what gives it the floral note, but it's different. It's different. I've never had a Saaz hops beer that's given me floral notes like this one has. This is really nice. Rychtar. Well, Rychtar. I shouldn't pronounce the R. It's Rychtar or something. I forget. My wife told me how to say it, but I've forgotten. Super nice. It's got the bitter aftertaste, which I love. If you can find this somewhere, please try it and let me know what you think. I like it. Super nice. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I catch you in the next video. Bye for now.